My brother got married. Everything was fine. After 2 years, he got condition. They sent the paper in March to remove the condition, and everything was fine. They didn't even call them for interview. He got approved. He got the 10 years green card. And for some reason, they went to Las Vegas, whatever my brother did. She got upset. They divorced a couple months later. So what happened next, my brother went to do citizenship, and they told him, one lawyer told him not to do it because it's misrepresentation, and second tell him, you know what, not in these days, maybe one day. What happened when they sent paper in March, okay, we together, we send you a paper, and they received the green card. When she divorced him, there's another attached to the divorce.
Well, let me ask you a question. What happened? She started a divorce, or the divorce was final when he removed the conditions?
That was together, everything was fine, but when she divorced him 4 months after, she put separation 6 months.
The divorce doesn't jive with what immigration knows in terms of when they were together.
Can he become citizen or no?
Maybe, if they look at the divorce, and they will. The divorce, which is a document that was signed under penalty of perjury, says they were not living together, and he could have a problem. He absolutely could have a problem.
Can he travel with no problem? Because
he can travel without a problem. Nobody's looking at his divorce when he travels.
So there's no waiver available. Even the other lawyer asked him, listen, she said you wife 6 months, January, you're not together, but why
don't you go back and try to amend the divorce? That's what I would do. Reopen the divorce and go and tell a judge, I have a problem with this divorce. What's in here is not true, and it's causing me a huge legal problem. The divorce says they weren't living together when they were. So now he can't file his citizenship because something in a divorce decree would indicate that he made a misrepresentation. I'm saying if a divorce is not true, you go and make a motion and you say, Judge, what's in here is not true and it's causing me a huge legal problem and I want to amend my divorce. That's what you do.
My wife and I filed joint taxes. I have a conditional green card, but she filed for divorce, and she has already filed the taxes by herself. She refused to file with me for the second year. So my question is, since she has refused to file the joint taxes for the second year, how do I get the taxes for the second year, since we already have the one for the first year?
All right, well, this is the story, Peter. If the woman loves you, she's going to do certain things to make sure you get your green card and you get to live with her. And if she's refusing to file a joint tax return with you, that is going to be a lot of evidence that it's not a bona fide marriage, because she's not willing to share in the economic relationship with you to such a level that she could care less whether you get a green card or not, or whether you get deported or not. So to me, in this situation, what I would advise you is, assuming it's a bona fide marriage up until this point, and now your wife doesn't want to file a joint tax return with you, you move out, get a divorce from her, because she's no use to you whatsoever. She doesn't love you enough to even file a joint tax return with you, and prove it was a real marriage up to the day you moved out, and then you file your taxes on your own. And you can remove the conditions of your permanent residence as long as you can prove that up to the day you moved out, it was a good marriage, and now you're divorced. And that's how you remove the conditions.
I am a permanent resident and just recently got engaged, but I'm still technically married in the Philippines. Can I file for divorce here and have my husband back home sign it?
Yes, you can do a divorce in the United States from the Philippines as long as you have the residence requirements. And I don't mean residence meaning lawful residence, just physically present in the United States. Depends on the state. Each state's different.
I passed my citizenship interview in February of 2021, but now my husband wants a divorce. If I agree to the divorce, what will happen to my citizenship status?
Well, if you're basing it on a bona fide marriage, you'll be denied. If you're basing your citizenship on 5 years green card, whether you get divorced or not doesn't matter.
I have a problem here. We went to the interview. I'm an American citizen. My husband's Jamaican. So we went to the interview on Friday. Everything was okay. She was going to approve it. But one thing, the divorce, we didn't tell him that he was divorced. So we had the divorce paper. But in Jamaica, they must have stamped it. She's telling us that we're not legally married.
That's correct. Because your husband's a bigamist. He married you before he was fully divorced. So now that he's fully divorced, you should go back and marry him now. Just go down to City Hall and get married again.
Yes, we did the paperwork.
And then withdraw this adjustment and file a new one.
So start the same papers over again?
You got to start from scratch because that was you when you filed your papers, you were not legally married to him. So immigration's correct.
No.
So now withdraw the old adjustment. You can't have two adjustments going. Withdraw it, file a new adjustment before they put you in deportation for not being eligible for a green card.
Oh, so because they said I have until 120 days.
No, withdraw it and file again because your case was not legal from the day it was filed.
So how do I withdraw that?
You write a letter saying, please withdraw it. And what I would suggest is get a good lawyer this time because you're screwing up your life here.
If you came here on somebody sponsored you with your wife and you had a 10-year green card, you guys divorced, like, can you marry someone else and sponsor?
No. If you get a green card through marriage, you can get divorced whenever you want. You can get remarried whenever you want, but you can't sponsor anybody for 5 years from the time you got your green card.
Or you have to wait 5 years.
5 years, or until you become a citizen, whichever comes first.
If you have an American passport and are a naturalized citizen and the passport has your married surname, but you're now divorced and changed back to your maiden name, can you send in your divorce decree and apply for a new passport with your maiden name?
Absolutely.
My son got married in 2019 and got his I-130 approved. He brought all the necessary documents for his lawyers to file for his adjustment. Every time he calls, she's never in the office. His wife left and divorced him last year. What can he do?
Fall in love again or file a vow if there was abuse.
I'm married to a U.S. citizen and we have 2 kids together. I filed for I-130 and then the I-130 was denied because I came here to another woman.
You came on a K-1?
Yeah, K-1, yes, sir.
So what did you marry the woman who you came on a K-1 to?
Yes, I married her.
Okay. Did she file a visa petition and adjustment of status for you?
She only filed for a fiancé visa.
She never filed an adjustment for you?
No.
Are you in good terms with her and not good terms with her?
We are not. I've already divorced her.
If you were to reach out to her, would she sign an affidavit of support for you?
She will never do it.
She would never do anything to help you?
Never.
Okay. Do you have proof that it was a real marriage?
I have a proof and I have a marriage certificate.
Well, marriage certificate just means that the marriage happened. Do you have a proof that you were in a relationship with her?
Yes.
Okay. So what you need to do is you'll never be able to adjust your status here, ever. What you need to do is have the I-130 approved, sent to the National Visa Center, do a provisional waiver, get the provisional waiver approved, go back to your home country. You'll be interviewed on the bona fides of marriage 1 and 2. Marriage 2 is simple. You got 2 kids. As long as you have bona fides that the first marriage was real, you'll come back with a green card in about 2 weeks.
My question to you is, how soon after a divorce from Jamaica is it advisable to get married in the U.S. to change your status?
If it's a real marriage, the next day. Why not?
Okay.
All right. There's no time frame. As long as you can prove the marriage that you're entering into is real, whether you get married a year after you're divorced or a day after you're divorced, it's either real or not real.
Okay.
So in other words, don't overthink it. You're in love, go get married. All right?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.